Alright, what is going on, everybody? What's up? Hello, hello, and welcome, everyone. How are you doing today? Today is Tuesday, August 15th, 2017. I'm Darkside Phil. Welcome to the first of two big gaming streams for today. Two brand new games I'll be covering. Hope that you're excited. I am. This is great. This is the beginning, right now, officially. The beginning of the hardcore gaming season of 2017, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We started early this year. First of all, only, middle of the month, middle of August, which is a rarity. Usually it's not this early that we would start up with the hardcore gaming season. It takes about another week or two typically. Usually it's the end of August or early September. But this year, for whatever reason, the game developers and publishers says, no mas. The wait is over. It is time to start releasing new games. And so last night, I did a late night stream. If you weren't here, you missed it. It was the premiere of Sonic Mania. Yes, the throwback Sonic the Hedgehog game. Same graphical style and gameplay and controls and everything as the classic Sonic games. In fact, which I didn't even know, they included classic stages like Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant, Flying Battery, but also there's some new stages in there too. There was Studiopolis, which was a new one. So Sonic Mania, played it for about 2 hours last night. I love it. So far, so good. Although I did get my first game over at the very end of the stream, so later tonight I'll be picking up from where I left off. I'm going to redo the Flying Battery Zone because I ran out of lives. But it very much is a nostalgia trip, and I absolutely loved it. All right. I got a message from, well, not a message, but a question earlier. Are the videos on DSPGaming for Sonic Mania caught up? Yes, it's just that one session from last night. Okay. So, very good stuff. And, I'm looking forward to more later tonight. Okay. AVF1 says, did I get the artwork that you sent? I don't know what you're talking about. There is fan art a fan art thread on the forums where all fan art should be posted. Or if you ever want to send it directly to me in like an email to darksidephil@hotmail.com. But more than likely, if you put it to the forums, that's where I'm going to see it. Okay? I did not see any fan art for Agents of Mayhem overnight at all. So if you made Agents of Mayhem fan art, I didn't get it. So you should be posting it on the forums. Or if you don't, sending me an email about it. But I saw no emails or nothing on the forums regarding Agents of Mayhem. So. There, in fact, Popsicolo just linked it in the stream chat. AVF1 says, I sent 3 for Undertale. Undertale? I'm not playing Undertale. So there you go. Anyway, folks. So, Popsicolo says there's one on page 12. What? There was? Well, I didn't see it. If there's fan art, several pages behind here on that forum thread for games that weren't out yet, maybe people should repost them because I did not see it. So I apologize. I'll have to double check. Don't worry. I'm sure this game is long enough that I'm going to have multiple streams of it this week. So if you don't know, this stream is the premiere of Agents of Mayhem. And you may say, well, what is Agents of Mayhem? I'm not surprised if that's your response, because honestly, I didn't even know what it was either until about a month ago when I was kind of going through the game's release list. And I was like, what is this? I looked at it. I was like, it kind of looks like Saints Row. What is this? Come to find out, it is basically Deep Silver, the game developers who made the Saints Row series, wanted to move on and do something different rather than another Saints Row. But apparently they wanted to do something that they're kind of familiar with. So what they did is they took the formula of Saints Row and they mixed it up a little bit. Okay? So apparently Agents of Mayhem is not Saints Row, but it takes place in the Saints Row universe. Alright? So the thing is going to have the same kind of adult humor. In fact, it's funny. I said my Agents of Mayhem stream is going to start, and Agents of Mayhem's Twitter account retweeted me, and I said, oh, I want to see what's on their Twitter account. And it goes like, 12 agents, open world, 0 fucks given. And I'm like, well, if that's the tagline for the game, I think we know what kind of humor this game is going to have. Probably adult-oriented. It's probably going to have humor similar to the Saints Row series, which is good, because Saints Row was always up my alley. You know, always, you know, the kind of humor that caters to me. If you remember, Saints Row the Third, I made a Latina chick, and then Saints Row 4, I made She-Hulk. So, for Agents of Mayhem, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't think you can make your own character. I'm not sure, though. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong there. I don't know. But, yeah, interested, definitely interested in what they've done with the formula here. Alright? So this is going to be cool. This is a cool week where we're going to have, you know, a mix of kind of open world, chaotic Saints Row style gameplay with adult humor mixed in with nostalgia with Sonic. Okay? Awesome 2 new releases. I'm really looking forward to this week. I hope you are too. Alright? Now, later this week, FYI, folks, once I start to complete these games, I will also be getting back to the conclusion of Siren Blood Curse. I know there's some people that were sad that I did not, they were sad that I did not finish it yesterday because I was feeling under the weather. That's okay, I understand. I played it all weekend. You probably wanted to see the end, right? It will conclude later this week. And, yes, I will be resuming Danganronpa 2 at some point, okay? Now, there's another game that came out this week that most people don't know about, because it is an indie-style game. It's called The Observer. It's apparently a survival horror game. And I am interested in checking it out, but obviously that game's going to be the least priority for me. What I'm going to do is focus on the new stuff already that I'm working on this week. And then let's say I'll finish up maybe Siren Blood Curse and see, gee, you know, what do we have? Do we have time to check out Observer before the games next week or what? Maybe next week I'll balance, you know, what I'm doing. Because next week the only new game coming out is Uncharted The Lost Legacy, which, by the way, is a full-length game. It was supposed to be a DLC for Uncharted 4, but they put so much work and effort into it, they made it a full-length game. So that's next week. And then the only other thing next week is really the Call of Duty World War II beta. So maybe I'll balance in this Observer game with those games next week. Okay? We'll see. I certainly don't want to say, oh, I'm doing it, and then I get caught up with other stuff. But it's definitely a game that I can mix in with other things in the next week or two. Okay? Now, I've gotten a lot of questions recently. A lot of questions about reviews, folks. People have been asking me, Phil, are you going to do game reviews? Because you did not review Hellblade. And we're curious, moving forward, are you going to be doing game reviews for all the games of the hardcore gaming season? Because KO Gaming hasn't had a new video now for 3 months. That's absolutely true, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since sometime in May, I basically have not put any time or effort into any videos on KO Gaming. I've just been doing live gameplay streams every single day. Now, mostly, let's be honest here, that's because there was nothing to review. During the summer, there was nothing going on. There was no new games. I can't review new games if they're not out. And, let's be honest here about Hellblade. By the time that Hellblade, you know, controversy exploded, everyone already knew what Hellblade was. Everyone, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, Phil needs to review Hellblade because it's a game where really his opinion is going to matter. Not really, because everyone knew about the controversy. Everyone knew what the game was. The game was heavily reviewed by people who rushed their fucking reviews out. And honestly, I really didn't think that it was going to matter if I really reviewed the game or not. Okay? Now, Mr. 80s guy in the stream chat just said something that just hit a chord and actually was exactly what I was going to speak of. Let me read what he said. He says, your reviews back in the day where you sat on your couch were good enough for me. Does anyone else agree? Ladies and gentlemen, here's the situation. All right? I'm being real with you here on pre-stream today. So I hope that, you know, you're paying attention because this is going to be pretty important. All right? Here's the deal, folks. And this is just being very starkly honest with you. I don't think that if I'm taking time out during the week, when normally I would be doing maybe a nighttime stream, alright, I don't think that if I take time away from nighttime streaming to do these reviews like I was doing on KO Gaming, that it's going to work. I'm being honest with you. Okay? You know, last year I had this experiment with KO Gaming where a lot of the times I didn't do late night streams. Instead, I was doing edited videos. I was doing these edited style reviews for KO Gaming. And some of them took off and some of them didn't. But the bottom line is that earlier this year when YouTube's ad revenue fell out, alright, when the bottom fell out of YouTube, this style of video of me sitting here and editing for anywhere from 3 to 7 hours, depending on the length of the review and the complexity of it or whatever, it doesn't seem to work. I'm putting so much time and effort into these videos, and they're making me $5, okay? Now, it's not really about the money. It's about being able to pay my bills and keep doing this long term. I don't care about being rich. I care about being able to do what I love for a living, all right? And if I'm spending anywhere from 3 to 8 hours to make $5, I'm not going to be able to keep doing this in the long run. It's that simple, okay? It's just matter of fact. It's, you know, being real with all of you. It's just not going to work, okay? So moving forward, we have two choices, all right? Here's the two choices I present to you, and I want to know what you think, all right? Here's what we'll think here, all right? Number one, I can just abolish formal game reviews, all right? Completely abolish them. And what I will do from now on is when I complete a game, for a final part of the playthrough, I will actually live right there on stream and then record it for YouTube. The final part of the playthrough will include a mini review where I give you my overall thoughts about the game. It may not include a review score anymore, because I don't think it would be fair for me to give a review score like that, but I would be able to give you my final thoughts on a game as I complete it, okay? That's one option. That's one option, alright? Option two, alright, would be that instead of doing the edited style videos that I was doing for KO Gaming, alright, instead of that, I go back to my old style of video review, where basically I just sit here on my love seat, I talk about the game for a good 20-30 minutes, hitting on the positives and negatives and everything, and I outline it all in a take, and that's it. So that way, it only takes me 20-30 minutes to do a review versus anywhere from 3 to 7 hours. So I could do either style, alright? I could do either style. It would either be, number one, a live review at the end of the playthrough, that's the final part of the playthrough, or number two, I sit here on my love seat and I talk to the camera just like I used to back in the day, the old style review, and basically that's how the reviews will continue. Now listen, I know there's going to be people that are upset because there are people who subscribe to KO Gaming, they love the edited style of video, this is what they want. I'm not the one that caused this to fuck up. It's YouTube that fucked it all up. When I was making decent money on these YouTube videos, it didn't matter if I took a few hours to work on them, you know? The bottom line is YouTube fucked up, and KO Gaming, you know, earlier this year when I was putting all that time still into making the reviews, was bringing in, like, I'm not even exaggerating here, folks, okay? No exaggeration. Even when I was actively putting out reviews every week in the months of February, March, you know, even into April, it basically made about $200 a month, all right? Let's think about that. You know, putting in every video, you know, I was putting in, what, how many videos? Like 2-3 major videos a week. Plus I was doing the community submission videos for $200 a month. It's not going to work, all right? But if I'm only doing 30 minutes per video and I throw it out there, then it doesn't matter because it's really not taking away. I could easily cram in a 20 to 30 minute, you know, just talking game review before a nighttime stream. You know what I mean? The hell, I could cram it in, right? So that's kind of the options we have here. Now, it seems to me most people in the stream chat right now are saying option 2 sounds good. They're saying, you know what? Sucks that this happened, but hey, rather have a review than not, and the old school reviews were good, so just go back to the old school reviews. seems like everyone in stream chat is pretty much saying option 2. A few people are saying option 1. Alright? So, I don't know. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to think about it. Right now, I'm not reviewing anything. I have to finish Sonic Mania and Agents of Mayhem before I make my decision. But I'm just making this abundantly known to you why this is happening. Okay? I need to keep doing these multiple streams. Because it's really, right now, the Twitch income, the cheers, the bits, the subs, the tips. That's what's keeping me going. YouTube ad revenue has plummeted, and it's been really bad all July. And even this first half of August, it's been really bad. What I'm hoping is this week, because I'm playing 2 new releases, and hopefully to the end of the month, there'll be an increase. I don't know if there will be, but July was terrible, and now it looks like August, the first half, has also been terrible. I need to focus on what's going to keep me here doing this daily for you and doing what I love for a living. And that is the live streams. Okay? So, and see, even people in the stream chat right now are saying, you know, John DeArc says, I love the multiple live streams. I agree. And folks, I'm being real with you. I love doing them. Me being here, interacting with you live every day for multiple times, I love it. It's been, in my opinion, it's rejuvenated me. It's gotten me excited again to come to work every day and jump in with gaming with you and have fun. While, you know, for a while there, I was kind of getting really burnt out just doing the YouTube thing. I think this is a better thing for me and for you. Okay? So, there you have it, folks. That's kind of the deal. I'm going to be trying to do as many streams as I can. And the reviews, I want to continue with them, but they have to change. They can't be those edited reviews for KO Gaming anymore. And I know people on KO Gaming are going to be upset if I upload a review and it's just me talking to the camera, but they're just going to have to deal with it. Because, like I said, I cannot put in that time and effort anymore and then go out of business and, you know, not be able to do this daily anymore because of that. That'd be a ridiculous choice. Okay. So there you go, folks. Thank you for your feedback. Seems like at least people on stream like option 2, me talking to the camera and doing the review. However, I'm going to still think about it. Maybe I'll do some polling. I don't know. Plus, let's face it, this is only one stream. We'll see what people say, you know, coming up here. If anyone has a difference of opinion or whatever. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to start with Agents of Mayhem here in a moment. I'm excited. I hope you are as well. Okay. First of all, I got a ton of shout-outs to do. And then I'll do the plugs. So let's do some of these shout-outs. Holy crap. Let me go down here. Alright, first of all, shout-out to Kekken3 who did a 10-bit cheer and says the jelly beans he's eating are alcoholic. Alrighty then. You probably have to eat a shit ton to feel anything and get a buzz from it. But anyway, you probably get sick to your stomach from the sugar in the jelly beans before you actually get any kind of a buzz. Shout out to Golden Colts who did a 50-bit cheer and says, Phil, been looking forward to this one. Well, I am too. I want to see what this is, you know. It's cool that they're not just doing Saints Row 5. It's cool that they're doing something different at least. Doesn't mean it's going to be good, but I am curious to see, you know, what they do with it, so. Shout out to Dark Viking 159 who did a 20-bit cheer and says, I just got back from the Metal Festival. My arms are pretty much dead from the mosh pits, but I'm glad to be back. Well, there you go. Give your arms a rest, sit back, relax, and enjoy the new gameplay and new games and streams this week. Shout out to Ornites, who did a 10-bit cheer and says, practically Saints 5 if you finished Gat Out of Hell. Did I? I don't think I did, didn't I? I finished Gat Out of Hell, didn't I? I don't remember. I seriously don't even fucking remember. If I remember correctly, I didn't like it. I thought it was boring. It was very, like, repetitive, if I remember correctly. And it didn't have a lot of the humor that the original game did, simply because it was more about focused on gameplay than the actual plot. But, yeah, more excited to jump into Agents of Mayhem, that's for sure. Kushiakatori did a 100-bit cheer. He says, let's disco dance Hammurabi. 200 bits if you somehow know that reference. It sounds familiar. It does sound familiar. But it's not, like, it's not clicking in my head. So I'm not getting the recognition of what it's from. But I know for a fact, whatever it is, I've probably Why? It sounds to me like it's either from a game or a show that a game I've played or a show that I've watched. One or the other. Because it sounds very familiar, but I don't know what it's from. Okay. Let's see here. Shout out to CX Tryhard N, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, can you give a shout out to my friend Paul, who was promoted to KFC manager? There you go. Congrats. Shout out to Jean. I can't do. I can never pronounce this guy's name for some reason. I don't know why. It's not even complicated. I just fuck it up every time. Jean d'Arc. Is it Jean d'Arc or Jean d'Arc? Fuck. I can't say his name. I can't do it. I don't know why. This name, Jean d'Arc. Okay, he just told me in stream chat. It's Jean d'Arc. All right. God damn. I don't know why. It's like my nemesis, my tongue-twisting nemesis, this guy's name. All right. Shout out to Jean d'Arc, who did a 10-bit cheer. He said, just woke up. Glad to see you're doing well. Glory to mankind. Shout out to Riggers1, who did a 10-bit cheer. Says, any chance we can see an XCOM 2 DLC playthrough? No. Never. Shout out to Alexander Rossi, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, couch reviews took less effort and were more entertaining, in my opinion. All right, well. See, that's the thing. I always like doing the couch review because I could just talk directly to you and give you my opinions. But everyone over the years said, oh, but that's not professional. That doesn't follow the formula for YouTube success, which means you need highly edited content with gameplay intertwined with text overlays and things to justify what you're saying in the video with direct gameplay referencing it at exactly the same time with fancy edited thumbnails. Everyone demanded that I put hours and hours of work into my reviews because they said that's the YouTube successful formula, okay? Keep in mind that most of the stuff I've ever done for YouTube never adhered to the YouTube successful formula. You know what I mean? But I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I did. And I did, right? A whole year, and even more than that, because, you know, about 3-4 months earlier this year, I put that amount of time and effort and work into it. And the only videos that ever took off were the negative ones. Because that's all anyone wants to see on YouTube. They don't want an honest review. They want drama and negativity and people pissing and shitting on other people. Because it's a toxic fucking environment. So I'm not going to put that time and effort into those videos anymore. When I'm not going to get any kind of reciprocation that's going to allow me to keep doing this. And it's going to make me basically not, you know, go out of business. Forget it. So there you go. Alright. Thank you, Space Ninja 88. Who tipped me $1 and says, pray for my best friend Yanu, who's doing a cross-country road trip from California to Florida on his bike. Wow. Rest in peace, Yanu. He's pulling a Forrest Gump. At least he's got a bike, though. That is pretty insane. Good luck to him. That is something I certainly would never be interested in doing. Holy fuck. That man has balls of steel. If he has any balls left after riding on a bike cross-country, they might be squished. Fuck, nothing worse than squished grapefruits. Alright. Shout out to Amos Bro, who says, we did a 100-bit cheer first of all, so thank you Amos Bro for the cheer. He's looking forward to Agents of Mayhem and Option 2 for reviews works, especially with the hellacious schedule coming up for sure. Yeah, you know, you guys know how many games are going to be coming out shortly. And between those games and me balancing things like Patron's Choice playthroughs and everything, you know, especially this time of year, this is the time of year where I really need to buckle down and, you know, play. And if I could just squeeze a review in that takes 20, 30 minutes to film versus, you know, 5 to 8 hours of editing, yeah. Definitely makes sense. Okay, shout out to Griffinbox, who did a 100-bit cheer and says, this game has a lot of 90s references. What do you remember most about the 90s? I mean, there was so much in the 90s, man. I mean, classic cartoons and stuff that broke out on television. You had classic sitcoms like Seinfeld and Friends. You had, in video game land, you had the Sega Genesis, you had the Super NES, and then, of course, it led to the next generation, the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation, the Dreamcast, all in the, early, mid to late 90s, all these gaming things that happened, right? In politics, the Bill Clinton era. I did not sleep with that woman. No, she just guzzled my fucking cum under the desk. Okay, yes. Yeesh. Yeah, there's so much to talk about in the 90s, so let's see what they actually reference in the game. I guess we'll see. Shout out to Lick My Pussy who did a 10-bit cheer. Alright, so first of all, everyone, thank you for the support to start off. Alright? So, if you're watching today's live stream, and you watch the videos on YouTube, and you say, wow, I love what Phil does daily, I want to see him continue to do this, this is awesome. There's many ways that you can support the effort to allow me to keep doing this, alright? Number one, Patreon, at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. I believe I did update my Patreon page now to reflect the new goal for this month. If you're not aware, folks, alright, if you're not aware, this month's goal for Patreon, number one, is that if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you'll be nominating and voting on Halloween horror-themed games for my Halloween marathon. Number two, if we hit the funding goal for this month, you'll also be voting on what... Wow. On what kind of burp. No, you won't be voting on what kind of burp. You will be voting on what kind of Halloween costume I'll be wearing during the Halloween marathon. Alright? So it's a dual goal this month. Nominating and voting on games for the marathon and voting on what kind of Halloween costume I'll be wearing during the marathon. So it's pretty good. A double reward. Alright. Sound good? So, please consider pledging $5 or more to this month's Patreon if you have not. You still got 2 weeks to do so, by the way. In addition, it's not just about that. It's also, you know, getting personal perks, like getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which, by the way, next week is Ask the King, a week from this Thursday. So get your questions posted on the forums, folks. You got to post your questions up on the KingHate.com forums for next week's Q&A show, okay? You can also get a private Q&A video made. In fact, I owe one right now. I just got questions from a July patron, and so I do have to make a private Q&A video for somebody. But I have not got around to it yet, probably this weekend. All right? So thank you to everyone who has pledged to my Patreon. If you're considering doing it, it obviously goes to a good cause. It allows me to afford everything here, including cost of internet, cost of games. Oh my God, the cost of games coming up is going to be astronomical, folks. So anything that you can lend with a pledge is much appreciated. Number two, there is my Teespring. You've seen the plug here on the pre-stream going up multiple times. So I'm obviously not going to give you the link. It's right there on your screen right now. The new line of product launched about 3 weeks ago. It's good stuff. I own both of those products and wear them on streams. In fact, it was Viking, Darth Radovan Viking, who actually modeled off his new manga DSP hoodie this morning and posted up the picture, and I shared it on Twitter. It's good stuff, I'm telling you guys. It's good quality stuff. If you ever wanted some kind of swag, some kind of collectible, some kind of in-person merch that relates to, you know, me and my stuff, this is your chance to jump on and get something. And if you do, I get a pretty good commission out of it, alright? So please consider checking out the Teespring. And then last but not least, folks, obviously this is the one that most of you probably are interested in. If you're watching the live stream and you're here right now, you can cheer, sub, or tip me. All those directly help me, alright? And if you do any of those, I'll give you a shout out. In fact, I owe a couple more shout outs that I'm about to do in just a moment here. Alright? But if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you tip me and click the share button, or if you, if you sub and click the share button, said the wrong thing, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll actually get an on-screen pop-up notification, alright? And that's going to give you visual recognition, so you get the visual recognition and the verbal recognition. Pretty cool, right? So please consider either cheering, subbing, or tipping. That stuff is really helpful, and honestly, it's the reason why I'm still here. With all the YouTube shit that happened earlier this year, it really has been your support on the daily streams that allows me to keep doing this. So thank you, everyone, for your support. Did Deep change his name? Deep, did you change your name? Your name is now Deep Craze? Ah, he changed his name. I just noticed because he posted up the, he actually posted up the link to Viking wearing, And now Be The changed his name too. So he went from Deep Drive to Deep Crazed, and Be The is now Be The Madman. Everyone's changing their name, apparently, on Twitch. I'm never going to change my name. You know what would happen the second I change my name? Someone else would take it, so fuck that. Alright. But anyway, yes, thank you, everyone, for your support. And, about to get started, just a final segment here of shout-outs. We got a shout-out to Yanu, who tipped me $1 and says, I plan on putting my phone on the dash of the bicycle and listening, watching your streams the whole time. Rest in peace, my data plan. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, because I know using the satellite data to do this stuff on the go is a nightmare. You know, my phone is tethered to my my internet line downstairs. You know, that's how I do my stuff at home. And then as soon as I leave, then it goes to the satellite internet, and boy do I know, yes, it eats up data if you try to do anything on that, you know, the cell phone internet. So, good luck. Good luck, and protect your grapefruits at all costs, alright? Shout out to Weapon J, who cheered 11 bits and says, good luck with the game and get ready for grinding. Well, you know, the Saints Row franchise has always had grinding. As long as there's, like, you know, fun gameplay, that's okay. I think the problem with Gat Out of Hell was that the gameplay was boring and repetitive, and it wasn't really engaging or entertaining, versus I actually liked the gameplay of Saints Row the 3rd and Saints Row 4, so we'll see what happens. Shout out to Golden Colts, to the 55-bit cheer. He said, nice. Shout out to Bill C. Arkansas. Bill Clinton in Arkansas. He gave a 10-bit cheer. He says, me and my ex-girlfriend Monica love your streams. Keep up the good work. I don't think Bill would ever call Monica his ex-girlfriend. Maybe the under-table hussy. I don't think he would call her his ex-girlfriend, though. Shout out to Reggers1, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, if you get a chance, you should try playing Touhou 16 Hidden Star in 4 seasons. Really fun bullet hell shmup. Shout out to Simpo98, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Simpo. And shout out to Eddie. Eddie! Oh my god. Eddie is back. Eddie has been gone for a long-ass time. He's back for the hardcore gaming season. He did a 10-bit cheer. And indeed, it is a troll cheer, and I will not read it. Congratulations, Eddie. Welcome back. Alright. I think it's time to start, folks. What do you think? Agents of Mayhem. Let's see what this game is all about. I can't believe Eddie is back. I seriously can't believe Eddie is back. Alright. Alright, let me get my headphones on. We're going to start in a moment here. And by the way, I do apologize. Obviously, I don't know what the volume levels are of this game. So chances are, we're going to get started here. And it's going to be, like, horribly unbalanced. I just get the feeling it will be. It's going to end up being either really loud or way low. We're going to see, you know, live here. Oh, I got one more shout out for Nick's World Order. He did 10-bit cheers. Says, your Ultra Street Fighter 2 rage is funny. Too bad people take it too seriously. People take everything too seriously, dude. They really do. And I hate to say it, back when I started on YouTube almost 10 years ago now, it was a completely different environment where I could joke around and I could say ludicrous things and people understood it was a joke. Now people get so fucking butthurt over just the stupid shit. It's the simplest stuff that it's just out of control. And the bottom line is, in life, alright, there are times to take things seriously. But if someone's just saying something and it's not really hurting anyone and it's joking around, alright, maybe you should just, like, you know, not be so fucking sensitive. Because that's what a lot of humor and comedy is. People just saying over-the-top stuff. Now, there's a limit to that. You know, people take it too far a lot of the times. But if I'm just dicking around and having fun and saying ludicrous stuff, don't take it so goddamn seriously. You know, I'm not actually going to go across the country to someone who played Akuma in Ultra Street Fighter 2 and rip their head off and bounce it like a basketball and slam dunk it. No, I'm not actually going to do that. It's a joke. Holy shit, people are ridiculous these days and age, I swear. Alright, and then last but not least, O-Pagey just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, O-Pagey. Appreciate the sub. Alright, let's do this. Ladies and gents, Agents of Mayhem. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, let's begin.